Hello, everybody. This week I'm going to try a few different things. One of the things is I've used this camera for a while, so I'm using it, and I'm also using a light. I'd put on my glasses, but it reflects. I haven't figured out how I can wear my glasses and do this yet. I will. It's got to be indirect lighting, though. But in any case, this week I want to talk a little bit about a web page that I was going to try to develop. I started it and it stopped it. I played around with it, but here are some of the things I would have had on that web page if I put it together, and I don't know that I won't in the future. Let me see what I got here. All these files behind me are files from that page, page I was going to do. Yeah, okay, that's an interesting piece right there. Let me bring it up a little closer. Of course, that's a dial telephone with a 1925 telephone directory for Vermilion. Those numbers in there are fun to look at. That's an interesting little pamphlet, I call it, but it is a telephone book. The dial phone I have real fun with the little kids who come in because they don't know how to use it. They don't know what a dial tone is. They don't know how to turn the dial to make a phone call. They don't really know what that receiver is, how to use that. But it's a lot of fun. It's one of the fun things that the kids can use. I probably should hook it up. I could hook it up so that they could use it to some degree. It's a cool device, isn't it? Remember those? Here's another thing that I could have used. I have probably in the past somewhere. This photo is outside of the museum, what is the museum today, the old Vermilion News print shop back there. And this little boy here is Billy Thompson. I don't know if you remember Bill or not. Billy lived here with his family in those years where he's roller skating on the sidewalk. Billy was a good little kid. He really was. And he was a good friend of mine when I was very young. But he had some mental health problems, and it hurt him. Let me put it that way. I'm not going to go any further with that. But he was a nice little kid. I'm not sure what some of this stuff is here. Let me see this. Okay, this I use as a backdrop. Let's see if I can bring it up a little closer. This is a sketch, I think, from Frank Hamitz. It's when I bring it up like that, it's hard to see the detail in it, but it's Decker's Stable down here where the library is today. That is in the backdrop of my web page now. I'm not sure what this is. We'll take a look at it. Okay. This is Ed Lamp's granddaughter. It just... I'm so sorry to see it like that. It just became a mess. At one time, that granddaughter was a really nice boat. I'm not sure what I've got here. Let's see here. It's a Yahoo page. I have no reason. I don't know what I was doing here. Something, I guess. I've used this photo a number of times. Coon Hollow. This is Burskins and Mayers out on West River Road. You know where that curve is on West River Road? There's a little brick house there. It looks like an old schoolhouse. It was. Well, that's where this photograph was taken, in front of the garage. These intrepid coon hunters. Coon Hollow. Go through here a little bit. I'm not sure everything that I've got here. That, I'm guessing, is Linwood Park. It's a wide-angle shot. One of my rare grandfather's wide angles. That's a nice photograph. Blockhouses and Military Post by Mrs. Cherry. I have this book. It's really interesting. If you want to learn about the days of yore, that's a nice book to get. If you can find it, you might find it on eBay, and I think that may be where I found it. I knew about it through Betty Triner. She gave me not that book, but she gave me a copy of it, but it was all photocopied of the pages and stuff like that. This I'm well aware of. This is one of my grandfather's rare paintings. I don't know how old he was when he did this. I'm thinking that he was young, but who knows? But I cherish it. It's very neat. At least I thought it was. I like primitive paintings and drawings and stuff like that. I mean, it's not that I don't like people who are very skilled with pen and ink and paint and all that. You can appreciate that, but this is all this primitive stuff is one of a kind. It's not the type of things that you find very much all over the place. Here's a cool photo. Wonder who that is. It's me thinking. I don't know why I did this. Oh yeah, okay, the Vermilion Riverfront fire when Lighthizer Fishery burnt down. Let me see here. It's November 1951. I remember that just vaguely when I was a little boy. I attended kindergarten up in above what was AMP in the Fisher building up there. The court was up there after that, etc. But I remember seeing that fire. Now this is a Saturday edition, but it happened, I think, probably on a Friday. And I remember watching it from the second floor of that building. This is just a advertisement. That's a good photograph, and the guys who did that from the museum here, the trustees that put that together, plus Margaret Worcester, they did a nice job with that sign. It's been really helpful to us. This I'm using on the website, the current website, in one place. I use it as a heading photograph. This is the old Vermilion Police Department. It used to sit in the corner of Exchange Park and Liberty Avenue. Chief Benson that was his headquarters. We got real spiffed up here as the years went by. This eventually ended up at the school. They used it for a ticket booth. But I don't know what happened to it. They probably just junked it by now. To the right here, you see the Jack McEwen sign on over the sidewalk. You can see these cars here. This is back. These cars, it's a 55 or between around 1955 and 56 was when this picture was taken. I like it. I don't remember at the moment where I got it. I probably have it written down somewhere. This is me. I made this logo that I've been using for a number of years now. I just want to see if I can get it in here. Wait, I don't want to hold that stuff and you get. Okay. This. Now it comes up again. I don't want it. See if it comes up again. Yes, it did. Wonder why it's doing that. This I made. Obviously, I made it, but this is me. And this is I put the dog in and the fishing pole with the fish and stuff like that. I needed something for a heading for my website, Vermilion Views. So I sat on the deck by our pool. This has been a number of years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And then let the camera take this picture. And then all I wanted was the shadow. And it came out really nice. I really still like it a lot. And this photo, which keeps popping up here, this is a slide. From Roy Kneisel. It's really a nice photograph. That's the eastern breakwall. You got in the background you can see all the way to, I think, Lorraine and probably beyond down to Avon Lake. It's a clear day. This cruiser heading out, they must have been having a regatta or something like that. I've never seen that many people on the breakwall like that. But gee, isn't that neat? It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful, beautiful photo. I'm glad he took that photo. I'm going to try to bring it up a little closer here. You can look at some of the people. Maybe you know some of those people sitting on some people out in the water watching as well. But gee, it's a little blurry, but it's so nice. Because it's blurry because the boat's moving. It's probably moving at a pretty good clip. He's probably really kicking her down coming out of the harbor. Gee, a nice photograph. Okay, that's about all I wanted to show you for today. Let me look up here just for a minute. Oh, that's one of farming on Lake Erie is what I called it, but it's an old steam tug from Vermilion. I don't know the name of it. It's steaming out of Vermilion Harbor. That's a neat photograph too. All these photographs I have, they just blow my mind. They're so beautiful. I want to see what this is. I have not a clue offhand. Oh yeah. My brother-in-law had a gun collection, and he showed them at the museum here several years ago. I don't think I put a date on that poster. You should have seen it. They were beautiful. He doesn't have them anymore, but it was such a lot of people missed it, and I can only say that they really missed a good thing. Okay, that's all for now. That's me and my Mac top. And I'll talk to you and see you next week. I can look right through this.